I am honestly floored. 22 people cast a vote for who should play Lois Lane in the story I'm telling. 22 people and not a single bot. And the people that voted, I'm not even sure they care about comic books. Or comic book movies, let alone DC comics or movies. But they all cared enough to help me out with this. This seemingly small sign of friendship felt monumental to me. Thank you all so very much. This would be a good time to mark my words. The best is yet to come. Great Caesar's Ghost was an incredible race, so to speak. Between the speed of votes, combined with the flurry of messages I received declaring who should be cast, it was spectacular fun. But when the voting was said and done, there was a clear winner by a country mile. So it's time to stop the presses. Lizzie Kaplan is our Lois Lane. With our main character locked in cast, I think this might be a good time and place to tell a bit of the story. It's a bright sunny day in Metropolis. While in his office, Perry White welcomes an unannounced visitor, as only the gruff chief of the Daily Planet can. The bullpen see things go from pretty cordial to heated, through the wall-sized windows of Perry's office. While still shouting at Perry, the man heads for the elevator. Steve Lombard, Cat Grant, Ron Troop, Jimmy Olsen all stand puzzled, but not Lois Lane. She follows the man as Perry shouts for her to not even think about it. I have a feeling about this, let the authorities handle it. Right before she presses her fingers to close the elevator doors, she looks at Perry and says, "I know what I'm doing." The doors shut as she whispers to herself, "I think." She presses the emergency stop button on the elevator, turns to the man, smiles and says, "Hello, I'm Lois Lane. Welcome to my office. How can I help you?" The man holds out his hand and says, "Mel Duncan." "My fiancée." Lois interrupts. "She's missing. Karen Beecher." "I know. It's all over the news." "The authorities are calling you a person of interest. So you thought a shouting match with Perry White would help with your defense?" "I came here to see why the biggest paper in the world isn't covering her story." "A woman is missing. My Karen is missing. Why isn't the Daily Planet doing everything they can to help? They have in the past. Countless times. Why not this case? Why won't you help me find her?" "I thought this paper stood for truth and Lois cuts him off again. "A scientist like that, working with Ray Palmer on a new technology. She's young, successful. With no family to speak of. Her parents died when she was 8. I'm sorry to say it, but it's motive. You're the one with the motive. That's how Perry sees it." Cut and dry. This story, it could end ugly. Perry doesn't want his reporters jumping into something like that, especially when the Daily Planet didn't break the story in the first place. He thinks it'll turn us into the National Enquirer or Gotham Gazette, to which Mal replies, "I love her for all that she is and everything she isn't. I would never do anything to harm her. And you're wrong, Miss Lane. She has family. I'm her family. And I won't rest until she's found safe and sound." "Alright, Mal. You've convinced me. Let's go investigate." You mean you're gonna help me? Why the sudden change of heart?" "Listen, I never said I wasn't going to help you. I just said Perry doesn't want me to. Besides, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I only ever got it wrong once. And I ended up marrying him, so... You were wrong about your husband? What's he like? He's the nicest guy in the world. Now enough small talk, let's go. And there you have it. The setup for my story. There's a missing scientist, and Lois Lane is going to investigate, with the help of the woman's fiancé, Mel Duncan. I think the question becomes, who should play Mel Duncan? I have a few ideas, but to find out who, you're gonna have to watch my next Two Birds, One Stone video. Thank you for watching and listening.